Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Classtime's Weekly Webinar. My name is Brooke, and I'm here with Maria. We're going to be answering some of your questions today. So sorry, technical issue. But
No
yeah,
problem.
please leave us your questions and your comments in the section below, and we'll answer them as we go along.
Yes. So hi, Brooke. Hi, everyone watching us. We're going to have a shorter webinar, I believe, today because we only have 3 questions. But let's get started. So the first
All
one.
right, so our first question is from Tanya in Portugal. If a student uses their personal Google account to join my class, will they be able to access that class's sessions?
So hi, Tanya. Yes, let me just share my screen here. And the short answer is yes. Let me just go back here to my library. So for those who don't know, when you create a class, you're already inviting your students. You have their emails, right? So if you're inviting them with their Google accounts, you can just invite them to all of them that are already in your class to any of the sessions that you are creating. So let's say that you're going to start a new class right now. I have many classes here just to show to you guys. This one, for example, no, this one is not, but let's say this one here. I have already 9 students and I have all of their emails here. Let's say that all of your students have Google accounts, so you can add all their emails here. And then you have created your class and you can name your class with whatever you prefer. Here, when you click in create class, you will have a class name and a subject as well. So first grade, history, for example. You can import this to Google Classroom if you do have a Google Classroom, because you were mentioning Google accounts. Maybe you do use Google Classroom, so we have a full integration that you can move everything, the grades and the students as well, from Google Classroom. And here, after you create, for example, your class, you have all your students there with their Google accounts. You can come to session or to your library and select a question set, or I would just do it with a new question set just to show. Here, for example, I have many question sets. Let's say that I will use this one. I will, with one click, start a session. And here, my session settings, and here you can see that you can invite a class. So I have all my classes. This icon is that this class is connected with Google Classroom, for example. And then that class that I just said, I can just with one click invite all of them. If you want to allow guest students, what is guest students is the ones that can enter with only by writing their first name or their nickname into the session. Or you can make it even more secure and you already have all your students' emails in the class, so you don't need to allow guest students, and you click on invite them and all of them will be automatically here, as you can see in the session. So they will receive an email, they can click and go come directly to the session via the class, or they can as well enter the class via student portal that I will talk a little bit more in a second. But the short answer is yes, you can.
Cool. Thank you for your question, Tanya. Our next question is from Mauricio in Colombia. How can I collaborate with my colleagues using Classtime?
So hi, Mauricio. You can collaborate with, we have 2 features that is very good for collaboration with other teachers, with colleagues. The first one is the shared folders. So here you see that I have a lot of folders, and I have some folders with a little icon here. Those are the shared folders. And how do you share a folder? For example, I have this one that is One English. I still don't have any question sets here, but I can create a new question set for this folder, or I can move other question sets to this folder. You can have as many question sets as you want in a folder. And then to transform this folder that it's only yours for now into a shared folder, you can add collaborators. So here you can see that I have a Classtime team, so I can add as many collaborators as I want, or you can write down here an email if you haven't like if you don't have this email saved yet in your Classtime account. So you can write down, you can invite as many collaborators as you want, and then you will be able to edit all the question sets that you have in this folder, and all of your edits will be mirrored to your collaborators folder as well. So you will be editing together. They can edit as well. And then everything, you can create the content together. You can edit the sessions together. You can start a session with the folder, with the question sets that are in the folder as well. So it's all combined. So that's a very good form of working together with your colleagues. It's similar to, let's say, Google Documents, that everything that you edit will also, your collaborators will also be seeing your additions, and vice versa. So that's a good one. We also have in the classes the possibility to add a co-teacher to your class. What a co-teacher can do. So a co-teacher can add students to your class, can remove students to your class. They can start a session and invite the class. So a co-teacher is very good for teachers substitutes, TAs, for even coordinators, or the educators that are responsible for the curriculum of the school, for example, to have all the access to all the classes. So this is a very good way of collaborating as well with your colleagues, is to use the co-teachers. So just a side note, co-teachers and shared folders are only available in our schools and institutions license. That is our highest license. It's only for schools and that many teachers or multiple teachers are using from the school, and that makes sense because they can collaborate, create content together, and help each other with setting up sessions and inviting classes and all the good stuff.
Awesome. Thank you for your question, Mauricio. Our next question is from Patricia in Portugal, and she asks, can my students get immediate feedback with Classtime?
So hi, Patricia, and yes, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the student portal, but you also can here in the session, for example, I will just open a random session here with real students because we have a lot of sessions just to test. But let's say here, for example, just the one that I just created, I think I can already show to you. Here, you can, in the settings, already allow your students to see the solutions immediately. So a lot of teachers like this, the setting just for the students who are taking a formative test, for example, and they can already see if they made a mistake or not, or even if for homework or for self-studying, this is a very good one as well. So they can already see immediately if their answer was correct or not. So you can proceed with that. Or as well, oh, here you can already see this, the solutions is immediately shown. I would just untag this so you'll be able to see. Or after, if you don't want them to see everything like right away, a lot of teachers don't like for them to see the solutions immediately, especially if it's a formative assessment, because they can unfortunately cheat between them. And if one finished the task first, they can already see what the right answer was and share with the other students. So if you want to be extra safe, you don't need to show solutions immediately to give them the feedback, the immediate feedback. You can wait for them to finish the task, so they all of them finish the answers. They had the questions they had to answer, and you can come here and already disable answering and show solutions. So when you do that, they will be able to see the answers, and they will also be able to come here to their student login. So they would just, with one click, they can log in with their own Google accounts. They don't need to register. So here, for example, I would just log in with my Classtime account, just with one click. And I will be entering now my own student portal. And in the student portal, after they finish their exam, after they answer to all the questions, they will be able to download their own reports. So that's also an immediate feedback if they want to to get to know all the results right after they finish. You can allow them to know if you don't want them to see the immediate answers, as I just shown you with the session settings. So you have these two possibilities.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for your amazing questions. And if you can please leave us your comments and your questions for next time. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you, Brooke.
Thanks,
And thank
Maria.
you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who watched it or will watch later.
Yes.
Always grateful for all of you. Thank you.
See you guys next time. Bye.